So these kind of things, guys, these kind of things we have discussed. What is concrete method? What is abstract method? And also, when do we create abstract method? Okay. Abstract method means which contains only the method signature and it doesn't have the method body. Okay. And abstract is a non-access modifier. And it could be used with methods and classes. Okay, guys. Static methods we can't override. So we can't make a static method as abstract. And I told even final keyword and abstract keyword are opposite, right? So we can't use both at a time. Next, if a class has at least one abstract method, then we have to declare that class also as an abstract class, guys. If a class contains at least one abstract method, then we need to declare that class as abstract class. Okay, let me write. For example, I'm writing a class like this now. For example, guys, I'm writing now continuation. For example, these are all the points which I told in the last class, guys. I want to continue. Okay, so example I'm writing. For example, I'm writing what abstract class A. Okay, I'm declaring this as what abstract, right? So abstract class A. Did you get this point, guys? Abstract class A. Now, guys, what we have written here, abstract class A. Inside this, I have concrete method and abstract method. Let's say, for example, I'm writing what void M1. Okay, which contains some logic here. Then we are just going to close M1. This is called what? This is called, okay, this is called concrete method. This is called concrete method, right? This is concrete method. So I'm just writing here a comment. It's a concrete method. Okay, next guys, suppose I'm writing a method called abstract void M2 semicolon. Here method contains only signature but doesn't contain any method body. Am I right, guys? It contains only the signature but doesn't contain the body. So we call it as abstract method. Then we call it as abstract method, right?
Yes.
This is called abstract method. This is abstract method. And you know this class is called which class now? Abstract class. If a class contains at least one abstract method, then that class must be declared as
abstract class.
Abstract class. Okay. By declaring the class as abstract, guys, I told in the last class what? If you declare the class as abstract class, it means this class is not a fully implemented class, which can say it is a partially implemented class. So how can you tell, how can you tell the developers or other classes that this is not a fully implemented class? Let's say it is a partially implemented class. So how can you tell this to the other classes, or how can you tell this to the other programmers? So just by making that class as abstract. Okay. And one more thing, guys, sometimes in Java, even though the class does not contain abstract methods. I repeat my point. It is also possible in Java that, what, even though the class does not contain any abstract methods, but still you can declare the class as abstract class. So this is also possible in Java. I repeat my point, okay? Na? If a class contains at least one abstract method, guys, then definitely we should make the class as what class?
Abstract class.
Abstract class, okay? That's mandatory. Otherwise, definitely you're going to get a compile time error. Okay? But what I'm saying is, even though you don't have any abstract methods, in your class, but still you can make the class as abstract class. Let's see. See here, just I'm writing one simple class, one new project I'm creating. Let's say the project name is abstract program. The project name is abstract program. Okay, abstract program. And here I just want to write one simple class called a main class. One simple class I want to create, which is called a main class. So I just want to write that main class here. Okay, so package name I want to use like com.ashokit.oop. Okay, guys, this is main class, and with this main method, then I want to click on the finish. Now here we go. Here we have a class called main class. Am I clear? So here I'm writing what? Observe here. Class, let's say class A. Let's say class A. Let's say there is a method called M1. There is a method called M1. Let's say there is a method called abstract void M2. Let's say abstract void M2 semicolon. Semicolon means it is which method? Basically abstract method, right? So to declare that this is abstract method, we must use abstract keyword. This is called non-access modifier. And we are keeping semicolon. So the thing is now I'm getting error at line number 7 and also line number 3. Actually, I don't have error at line number 7, but of course still I'm getting line number 7 and line number 3 because this class contains what? Abstract method. If a class contains at least one abstract method, you must declare the class as what?
Abstract class.
Abstract class. That's why you are getting error in both the lines 3 and 7. Now, if I write what? Abstract keyword there. Now you can see that line number 3, line number 7, the two errors are gone. So basically what you understood, if a class contains at least one abstract method, you must declare the class as what? You must declare the class as what? Abstract class. You must declare the class as what?
Abstract.
Yeah, abstract class. Cool. What is the point today? This is yesterday only I told you. Today I have written an example. Now, suppose, assume that it is not abstract method. It is also containing some body. If you look at the class A, do you find any abstract methods in this class A? Guys, do you find any abstract method in class A, guys?
No.
The M1 is a concrete method. Concrete method, right? M2 is also a concrete method. So both the methods are concrete methods. We don't have any abstract method. We don't have any abstract method. But still we are declaring the class as what, guys?
Abstract.
Abstract class. Still we are declaring the class as what? Abstract. So what is the point now? Even though class does not contain abstract methods, but still we can make the class as abstract class. But here the point is, when do we make like that? That all depends on the programmer. See, for example, I want to say that this class does not contain abstract methods actually, but still I'm making the class as abstract. So when we make like that is to tell the other programmers that this class, okay, or the methods in this class are not fully implemented. Okay, there is some implementation in M1, there is some implementation in M2, but this implementation is not fully, it is not a full implementation. Okay, I mean to say that what the methods in my class A, they have no abstract methods, all are concrete methods only, but they are not fully implemented. Okay, they have some default code, let's say, or dummy code is there. They have some dummy code or they have some default code. I would like to ensure, or I would like to tell that this class is not a fully implemented class. Even though there are no abstract methods, but still we can make the class as which class? Abstract class. Okay, I'll give an example that we have in Java to understand about this concept. Okay, but basically point is what, guys? What is the point to catch here? What is the point to catch here? Even though a class does not contain any, okay, even if a class does not contain any what?
Abstract methods.
Abstract methods. But still we can make the classes
Abstract class.
Abstract class. But the question is basically you have to understand that as a Java developer, you should be very careful about when you are going to declare your class as abstract. Don't make every class as abstract, even though it does not contain abstract method. This is one of the option available in Java that you can make as abstract class. But whenever you feel that in this class, whatever the implementations are done, okay, whatever the implementations I have done in the class, these are not fully implemented. So how can I tell to other classes that the methods in my class are not fully implemented? They are not abstract. They are implemented.
By using abstract class.
Yes. They are not abstract. They are implemented. There are methods in my class, and these methods are implemented. But this is not fully implementation. They are not fully implemented methods. They are implemented. That's it. They have some dummy implementation. And what I'm telling the child class is that if you want, you can use my implementation, or otherwise you can override my implementation. Right? So if you use directly my implementation, you will not get a fully functional code. If you override, you can override and you can add your code. But I don't want to force you. Suppose if I make this method as abstract method, guys, then tell me what a child class has to do. Suppose I'm making this M2 method as a abstract method, for example. For example, I'm deleting this curly braces. Okay, I'm keeping semicolon. Okay, I'm making this method as what? Abstract method. Then tell me what a child class has to do.
Implement it.
Override that.
Child class must override this method M2.
Yes, sir.
So how do you create a child class? First of all, could you tell me how to create a child class? Class B. What I say? Extends what? Class A. Override. Which method I'm overriding? M2. Okay, guys. Can the child class have additional methods? Can the child class contain its own methods? Can a child
Yes.
class can have own methods
Can.
also? Guys, this class B is what child class, no? Class
Yes,
A
it
is
can
what
have,
parent
sir.
class, no? Now I'm asking you, class B. In class B, can I write my own methods again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I am in class B now. Can I write my own methods? Yes. For example, M3. Okay, but which method I'm overriding? M2, because M2 is which method in parent class?
Abstract method.
Abstract. If parent class has abstract method, in child class we must override. What happens, sir, if I don't override? You'll get error. See, you are getting error at line number 9. Am I clear with you? Am I clear with you, guys? Did you got this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Did you understand this point? Yeah. So if a parent class has abstract method, then tell me I must override that method in what?
Child
If
class.
a parent class has abstract method, I must override that method in what? Child class. If a child class is not overriding that abstract method, if the child class is not overriding that abstract method, then we will get a compile time error. To come out of this error, you have one more option. You can even make the child class also as abstract class. Okay. How can I make the child class as abstract class?
Using abstract keyword.
Abstract keyword. Now tell me, do you have an error at line number 9?
No.
No. Tell me, if a child class is not overriding abstract methods of parent class, then we can declare the child class as what?
Abstract class.
Yeah, we must declare the child class also as what class? Abstract class. Am I clear with this point? It's very simple to know, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Suppose there are methods like this now. For example, let's say abstract method M3 is also there. M3. So please
So does it
understand.
always have to be abstract void, or can it be a different return type?
No. Return type of the method is depends on the logic what you want to write. For example, your method, if the method doesn't want to return any value, if this method is each method is going to perform a task, right? So once the task is completed, it's not returning any value. There is no value to return. Then
Okay.
what's the return type I have to use? Void.
Void.
Suppose if there is a value to return, then you have to change the return type.
Okay.
It could be int, it could be double, or it could be some other
String.
class, something like that. So return type is based on the task. Okay, return type you need to choose based on the task that method is performing, and whether after performing the task, will it return the value or not? That depends on return type. Okay. So at override, guys, could you tell me how many abstract methods are there in my class A? In class A, how many abstract methods I have? Could you tell me how many abstract methods I have in class A?
Two.
Two method.
Two. M2 and M3. Two methods are there. Okay. But I'm overriding one of them, which is called M3. Yes. But still I'm not overriding one abstract method which is called M2, right? Yeah. That's why it's giving me an error at line number 10.
Okay.
So the question is what? If a parent class has abstract methods, then what? Child class has to override what?
Abstract methods.
All abstract methods. That's what I'm saying. All. Not one of them. It must override what? All the abstract methods. If in case it is not overriding any abstract method, then tell me we should declare the class as what?
Abstract.
We must declare the class as what? Abstract. Am I clear with you?
Yes.
Am I clear with you? Is this point clear? Is this point clear for all of you guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Let me add these points. So I'm just writing continuation from yesterday's only. From this example, we started today's notes in the same document because abstract classes interfaces topic is there in this document only. I'll write in the same document. Okay. So I'm just writing here. What I'm writing is if a parent class, if a parent class has abstract methods, then child class has to override or redefine. You know, override means redefine only, right? You want to redefine the existing functionality. Okay, even abstract methods also we call as overriding only. Actually, in the parent class, they don't have any definition. They have only signature. But still, we use the same word in Java that is called redefining or overriding. Okay, then child class has to override. The parent class has abstract methods. Then child class has to override or redefine. All the abstract methods of the parent class. Okay. If a child class is not overriding, any abstract method, then you must declare the child class as what? Am I clear? You must, yeah, correct. Then you must declare the child class as abstract class. You must declare the class as abstract class, or you must declare the child class as abstract. Child class as abstract class. Am I clear with this point? So far, I think
Yes.
there is no confusion, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I'll copy this example. Clear. So I just want to copy this code. You can understand why I like to copy this code. Okay, guys, just I just want to. Yeah. Okay. So M1 is a method, M2, M3 are abstract methods. But you can see class B extends class A. So we are making that child class as also what abstract class, because as you know that M3 method is overridden, but M2 method is not over. That's the reason why we are making this class also as which class here? Abstract class. Am I clear with you? Next point. Next point, guys. Okay, this is all clear because we got to know. Okay, we got to know about how these abstract classes are working. Am I clear with you guys so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead. Just now I told you, sometimes even though the class does not contain abstract methods, but still we can make the class as which class?
Abstract.
Abstract class. But we should be, as a developer, we should have an idea like when to make it as abstract. Guys, suppose if you want to ensure that a class is not a fully implemented class, it's not a fully implemented class. Okay, there is no abstract method, but still, whatever the methods I have in my class, they are not completely implemented. So then how can I indicate this to, or how can I inform this to the child classes or other classes that whatever the functionalities or whatever the methods I have in my class, they are not fully implemented. So if you want, you can use them as these, or you can override if you don't want. So how can I indicate this to the child classes? By making my classes abstract class. Okay, by making my classes abstract class. So there are, you know, in serverless technology, actually you're going to get, but still example we can take it now. Even though you don't know about serverless technology, don't worry. But see, for example, if you take serverless technology, guys, if you take serverless technology, there is a class called HTTP servlet. There is a class called HTTP servlet. In this class, there are methods like do get and do post. There are methods like do get and do post. Okay, these are not abstract methods. Okay, na? These are not, guys, these are not abstract methods. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, there is a class called HTTP servlet. There are methods like do get and do post. These are not abstract methods. They have some implementation. They have some body. But still, this class is given as abstract class. This HTTP servlet class is given as abstract class. Why? Because reason is what is the reason why they given this class as abstract class? Because in this class, there are methods like do get, do post like this. They are not abstract methods, but the implementation of this method is not perfect. So the class is given as what class now? Abstract. If the class is given as abstract class, then what happens? A child class can understand that the methods in this parent class, they are implemented, but they're not fully implemented. Then child class can decide whether it wants to use the same definition or whether it can redefine or it can override. That child class can decide. Okay. Our child class can decide like this now. Okay, I want to use do get as it is, but do post I want to override. It can override. Only do post. So guys, could you give me some reply? Did you understood my explanation just now what I told you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. So guys, everyone are you clear, or only 2-3 people are clear?
Clear.
Guys, all of you guys are clear?
Clear, sir.
All of you guys are clear? When do you make your class as abstract?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks, folks. Please give me some reply. Okay. So, okay, I would like always see our sessions. We want to make them as interactive. I mean to say that it's not one-way communication. We want to have two-way communication. Okay. Then only I can able to understand. Okay, you are following and you are listening. Yes, you are on track with the session. That's what I want to know. Okay, na? Please give me some reply. Okay. Yeah. So I just want to write first of all some points like this. Now, what's the point I want to write is, even if a class doesn't contain abstract methods, even if a class doesn't contain abstract methods, but you can make that class,
class abstract.
even you can make that class as abstract. Okay, but again, these all depends on the developer and how you are thinking. But okay, just I wanted you some points now. But you can make that class as abstract. Okay, suppose in your class, the methods. Okay, in your class, the methods defined are what is the word I want to use? I just want to frame the statement in such a way that where you don't get any confusion. So suppose in your class, the methods are partially implemented. Okay, the methods are partially implemented, which means they are not fully functional. Fully functional means then you can't directly use them as this. Okay, they are not fully functional. The methods are partially implemented, which means they are not fully functional. Then you can inform or intimate. You can inform about this to the other classes by making the classes abstract. Guys, did you understood so far whatever I've explained? Did you understood so far whatever I've explained? Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. So the other classes, we're making the classes abstract. So if you make a class as abstract class, what do you mean by that, guys? That class is not a fully functional, even though that class does not contain any abstract methods. Okay, na? We can make like that. But this is all depends on the programmer. Okay, how you are defining it. Okay. For example, I'm writing the same. For example, HTTP servlet class of servlet API. This you are going to learn in advanced Java. When you're learning advanced Java, then you are just going to get this. Okay. For example, HTTP servlet class of servlet API, okay, has methods like do, get, and do, post. But they are not fully implemented. Am I clear with you? Guys, am I clear with you? HTTP servlet class of servlet API has methods like do, get, and do, post, but they are not fully implemented. So, HTTP servlet class is given as abstract. Guys, am I clear with this example now? So next, let's start with the continuation part. Guys, what is the meaning of making as abstract? Suppose if you write a class as abstract, guys, what does it mean? Any class, if for example, whether it has abstract method or whether it doesn't have an abstract method, that's okay. But my question is now, when do you, if you make a class as abstract class, what does it, what that abstract indicates? What this keyword abstract indicates?
That it
Child.
has unimplemented
Sorry,
methods.
what does it
It
mean? I
has
mean,
partially
what this
implemented
abstract indicates? Abstract keyword indicates that what this class is not a fully implemented. It is not a fully implemented class, right? It is not a fully implemented class. Am I clear with this?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, guys, since the class is abstract, it is not a fully implemented class, then we cannot create an object for that class.
No.
We can't create an object because it is not a fully implemented class. The class only saying that what I am not a fully implemented class. The class itself is saying that what I am not a fully implemented class. Okay. I am not a fully implemented. So that's why I cannot create an object for abstract class. Abstract classes cannot be instantiated. That's what the point. Okay. Abstract classes cannot be instantiated. Instantiation means you can't make an object for it. You can't create an instance for it. You can't create an object for it. So let's see. Let's see. What's the class name here, guys? What's the abstract class name? Class A. So I'm writing what? Class A, CA. Equal to new class A. Okay. Do you know why I'm getting error at line number 27?
Because we are trying to create object for
At line 27, yeah. At line 27, yes, we got an error. Do you know why we got error at line number 27?
You can't create objects for
Class
abstract.
A is abstract
We
class.
cannot create an object for abstract class. Exactly. We cannot create an object for what? Abstract
Abstract.
class. Yes, you cannot create an object for abstract class. That's for sure. Why? Because it's not a fully implemented class. Okay, because abstract keyword is itself saying that what it's telling that what this is not a fully implemented class. That's why we cannot create an object. Okay, so abstract classes cannot be instantiated. You cannot create. Okay, what about class B? Can I create an object for class B?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes, obviously. Yes, sure. I have to write like this now. New class B. Now tell me in line 27, I'm creating object of class A or object of class B? For which class I'm creating object here in line number 27? For which class I'm creating an
Class
object?
Class
Class
B.
Class B.
Class B. Correct. I'm creating an object for class B, but of course I can store that object in a reference variable of class A
Class.
because class A is a base class, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can do that. That is okay, but you cannot create object. Am I clear? Okay. And one more thing. Question. There is a question that also comes here. What the question comes here in interview is, okay, in interview what's the question that you are going to get is, can we create constructor in abstract class? Is a question comes in.
No, we can't.
Can we create a constructor? Because
No.
anyhow we cannot
No.
create object, na?
Yeah.
We can't create an object for class A, right? Okay. So let me give the next point. So what I'm trying to say is now, I want to remove all these things, guys. Here also I want to remove all these things. Now, initially my classes are like this. Now I just want to write. Okay, now I want to write. There is a variable called private int x. First, let's take with simple classes like class A, class B, X, Y like this. Next, we'll see a programmatic example. In that example, we are just going to look at about a different example. Okay. So private int X. Clear, guys? Private int X. And here, I want to define a constructor. Public. As you know, class name and constructor name both must be same of int X. Parameter is constructor. And so this dot X is equal to X. Guys, am I clear with you? So far, am I clear with you? Next, there is an abstract method called abstract void M1. Am I clear? Now here I am having private int y. Okay, and I'm writing constructor public class B of int x comma int y. It is taking two parameters. This constructor has two parameters, and I want to invoke the parent class constructor. You know what super keyword already, super method, super keyword and all. Guys,
Yes,
do you know
sir.
this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
correct. Correct. I agree. Yeah, you know super already. So tell me, guys. Okay, I'll create object and all. That's a secondary thing. Tell me here. This is constructor of class A. That is parent class constructor. This is child class constructor. I'm selecting here. This is child class constructor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
How do
sir.
you call parent? How can you make a call to the parent class constructor from child class?
Super by
Super.
X.
Super. What happens if I don't write super of x here? Could you tell me what happens if I remove this statement? Suppose this statement I have removed. I am keeping this statement in comments. For example, this is in comment. Could you tell me what is the result? Suppose if I keep this statement in comment, could you tell me what is the result? Any
Error.
guess?
Because
Yes.
there is no default constructor in a parent class.
Exactly. Nice, Bhagesh. Correct answer. So basically what happens, guys, suppose if I keep this in comment, you are going to get error. You got an error there at line number 12. Okay. Do you know reason? Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason why we are getting an error at line number 12?
Yes, because int x is defined in the parent class.
It is not because of int x defined in parent class. That is not the correct answer. Because you know, int x we can define in parent class, we can define in child class variables. In every class I can create the same variable. That is not a matter. Right. This int x belongs to class A. This int x belongs to this constructor. So it is not because of int x. This is called a method. This is called constructor parameter. Constructor parameter, method parameter. These are all local variables. And this int x is instance variable. And this is moreover in class A. This is in class B, in the constructor of class B. So there is no relation. That is not the reason. Reason is, as you all know that what is the first statement in every constructor? Suppose if I am not writing super, could you tell me who is the first statement now?
Super.
Is my first statement is this dot y is equal to y?
No.
No.
No, sir.
No.
By
Who is
default,
the first statement?
Super.
The first statement in every constructor is what?
Super.
Yeah, super. Exactly. Super without parameters.
Yes, sir.
Super call without like this. This is the first statement. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But this super call, this super will call which constructor? This super method call will call which constructor?
Parameterless
Default
constructor.
Parameterless constructor of the
Parent.
class.
Parent.
Parent class.
But tell me, do you have any parameterless constructor in the
No, we
parent
don't
class?
have. We have parameterized
No.
constructor.
We don't have. Am I clear with you guys? Remaining folks, are you understanding or are you getting
Yes, sir.
confused? Am I confusing in any way?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right. No. Okay. The question is, we know that the first statement is a super method call that is by default in every constructor. So
Yes.
if this super method call is there, it is going to call which constructor of the parent class?
Parameterless constructor.
Parameterless constructor. Parameterless constructor. But the question is, do I have any parameterless constructor in my parent class there?
No,
No.
we don't have.
No, we don't have. Which means what? I'm going to get error. Am I clear? Which means
Yes.
what? I'm getting an error. Which means I'm getting an error. That's why I'm getting an error. Okay? Because I don't have. Okay. Then tell me how to call this parameterized constructor of the parent class? If I don't write any first statement, by default is a super method call, but it will only call parameterized constructor of the parent. But I don't have parameterized constructor. I have a parameterized constructor. So I have to call explicitly. How can I call explicitly? By using super. That's
of
what
X.
super of X. Am I clear with you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, good. Okay. The question comes here. Can we create a constructor in abstract class?
Yes.
Can we create a constructor in abstract class?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, we can. But can we create an object for abstract class?
No.
No.
No. What's the reason?
It's an abstract class.
It is not fully implemented class.
Yes. Abstract indicates that it is not a fully implemented class, so we cannot create object. Okay. Right. Okay. Please understand one more thing. Then what is the use of constructor?
No use.
What is the use of constructor then?
No use.
Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. I have a question to you now. What I'm saying is, even though you are not creating an object for abstract class, but your abstract class can have data members. Data members, I mean variables.
Yes.
Yes.
Your abstract class can have data members.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Then tell me, to initialize the data members of your abstract class,
We need
to
constructor.
initialize the data members of your abstract class, then we need a constructor or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
then tell me. So of course, I agree. We can't create an object for abstract class. That's for sure. Because it's a partial class, it is not a fully implemented class. That I agree. That's okay. We cannot create object, but it can have variables also. No? It can have data members also. Right. So how do we initialize the data members then? How do we initialize the data members of that class A now?
Using constructor.
By using constructor only. So can we create constructor in abstract class? Means what's the answer to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can create constructor in abstract class. Yes, we can do that.
Because.
Okay. But what is the reason? To initialize the data members? To initialize the data members, right? So can I use the data members of abstract class in class B? Can I
Yes, we
use?
can.
Yes, we can use. Okay. See, whenever we create an object for child class constructor is going to call the parent class constructor with the help of super statement.
Yes.
By using the super, we are invoking which class constructor?
Parent class constructor.
Parent class constructor. And with this constructor, are we initializing the data members of the parent class or not?
Yes.
Yes. Can I use these data members of the parent class in the child class?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
No.
we can. Yes, we can. But it is a private variable, na? Data member means variable. It's a
Yes,
private data member.
We can't
Can we
use
use-
private.
Can we use private data members directly in child class?
No.
Okay.
No. But we can define setter and getter methods, no?
Yes.
With the help of setter and getter methods, can we able to access and can we able to read the data members of the parent class and the child class or not?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Did you understood everybody? Finally, did you understand the concept now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once again, I'm trying to tell you. If the data members of the parent abstract class are private, can we access them directly in child class? Can we able
No, we
to
can't.
get the value of the data member, or can we
No.
modify the value of the data member? Can we do that?
No, sir.
No. But anyhow, we are going to define setter and getter methods now. Of course, I have not
Yes.
created here. Let's say, for example, there are setter and getter methods are created. Setter and getters
Yes.
are created. Tell me, through setter and getters, can we able to access the value
Yes,
of the
we
data
can.
members?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So tell me, what is the use of constructor in parent class if it is abstract class?
To
We can
initialize
initialize
But okay,
data
we
member.
cannot create object for the abstract class, but we can initialize the data members of the object, data members of the abstract class.
Yes.
Yes, that's why we are creating the constructor in the parent class. That's why we are creating the constructor in the parent class. Am I clear with you?
Yes.
Yes,
you-
sir.
Did everybody got the concept now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Good to know. Good to know. Let me start writing all these points. Otherwise, it will go ahead. Okay, let me write all these points now, guys. Okay, so what's the point I'm writing is abstract classes. Folks, abstract classes cannot be instantiated. This is the point. What is the meaning of abstract classes cannot be instantiated? Meaning we cannot make a
Cannot create an
object.
object.
Okay, I'm writing a point in red color. Abstract classes cannot be instantiated or can't be instantiated. Abstract classes cannot be instantiated. Means you cannot create an object for abstract class. Okay, good. Why we cannot create object for abstract class?
It's
They are
not
not fully implemented.
class.
Yeah. Question comes here. Question is why we can't create an object for abstract class? What's the answer to say? Answer let him
Abstract
blue,
classes
black
are
color.
not fully implemented.
Yes, abstract classes are not fully implemented classes. Simple answer. Abstract classes are not fully implemented classes. So we can't create an object. Abstract classes are not fully implemented classes, so we can't create an object. Am I clear with you? Abstract classes are not fully implemented classes, so we can't create an object. That's for sure. Next, we'll go ahead. Folks,
Yes,
everyone.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, can we create? Next question comes here. What's the question comes here? Question comes is, so can we create a constructor? Can we create a constructor in abstract
Yes,
class?
we can create.
Yes.
Yes, we can create.
Answer
can
is yes.
Yes. We can create a constructor.
Correct.
Initialize the data member.
Yes. Yes. Okay. We can create constructor. We can create a constructor in abstract class. In abstract class to initialize the
Data members.
yes, to initialize the data members.
Data members.
To initialize the data members. Am I clear with you? Yes, we can
Yes.
create a constructor in abstract class to initialize the data members. Am I clear so far? Did you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes, we can create a constructor in abstract class to initialize the data members. That's correct. Okay. So whenever child class, suppose, of course, I'm just going to write the continuation point. So when we create child class object, child class constructor will invoke the
Parent class.
parent class constructor. Okay, that is abstract class constructor. Am I right? So when we create child class object, then child class constructor invokes abstract class constructor. Abstract class is a parent class, no?
Yes. Sir.
Abstract class constructor. That's the answer. So far, am I good with this point, guys?
Yes.
So far,
Sir.
did you get
Yes,
all
sir.
the points which are related to abstract class, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Very good. Good to know. Now, just we create one sample example on abstract class. These are all important. Whether can we create object or not? What is the use of constructor in abstract class? And suppose if parent class has two abstract methods, but child class is overriding only one abstract method of it, then can we create object for the child class or not? This type of questions will come, right? So these are all the points I've covered, which are related to abstract class, basically. Now, we just want to, create an example. So, let's take, these are M1, M2, these are for understanding. Let's create a kind of example like this now. Say, for example, I'm creating one class called as insurance policy, which is a base class. I'm just creating a class called insurance policy, which is base class. In that, I'm creating one concrete method, and also I'm creating one abstract method. I'm creating one concrete method, and also I'm creating one abstract method, folks. Two methods I'm creating. Okay. And I'm just creating a child class. Insurance policy is a parent class. But when you take health insurance policy, that is the child class of insurance policy. So did you guys got the two classes here? What are the two classes I'm going to create? Did you get this? One class name is insurance policy, which is parent class. Child class name is health insurance policy. Did you agree? Did you get the concept, guys? Who is a parent class and who is a child class? Did you get the point here?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Yes. So in this insurance policy, I'm creating one abstract method called calculate risk factor. This risk factor calculation will be different from health insurance policy to, let's say, for example, vehicle insurance policy. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
For health insurance policy, risk factor calculation is a different process, a different functionality. Okay, functionality is different in health insurance policy and also in car insurance policy, let's say, or vehicle insurance policy, whatever it is. Let's say, for example, this is a, there is a class called, another class called as vehicle insurance policy. Guys, so risk factor calculation is common for health insurance and vehicle insurance?
No.
No. But both of them are having risk factor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Both of them are having risk factor? Yes. So what do you know? If you know that this functionality is required in the child classes, but implementation should be different from one child class to other child class, right? Then you have to make that method as abstract method in the parent class. That is what the formula, that is what where we are going to identify the abstract method. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes. Okay. Then tell me this calculate risk factor method, I'm going to make it as which method in my insurance policy class?
Abstract method.
Abstract method. If I create abstract method, then I'm going to make this class as abstract class. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me my base class name is what? Parent class or base class, any word. Who is my base class? Insurance policy, which is which class?
Abstract class.
Abstract class. It has abstract method called
Calculate
risk factor. Very good, very good. What is the child class I'm creating?
Health
insurance.
Right. I'm not creating vehicle insurance policy. You expand this program later by creating vehicle insurance policy. I'm just only creating for health insurance policy. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So let's create this example, guys. Okay, this abstract program I'm deleting because it is just only for showing you. Okay, next I'm going to create a new project, new Java project we are creating here, and we want to create a Java project with the name like, let's say, okay, abstract only. So, okay, abstract demo. That's my project name, abstract demo. Let's have a main class here. First, I want to write one new class with the name test class. Test class is my main class name, which main method. And package name is somewhat you can write com.ashokit.oop. Yeah, but above this main, I want to write my classes, right? I want to create my classes on the top of this test class, right? Let's start creating my classes. So what are the classes I want to create? Let's say, for example, I want to create a class called, let's say I want to create a class called,
Insurance.
yeah, insurance policy. That's what we are writing, right? Insurance policy, correct? And of course, I'll make it as abstract next, but first understand insurance policy. But of course, any policy which has a policy ID. So I just want to make policy ID is common for health insurance or vehicle insurance, or it could be like a any other kind of insurance, like corporate insurance, whatever it is. So private int policy ID. Okay, policy ID, and every policy has some premium. That is mandatory premium. There is some premium amount for every policy they have to pay. So there are two variables. I will have to define the constructor using these fields first. So I have to go to source, then generate the constructor using fields. Then I can say generate. The constructor is okay. Now observe here. I'm creating one method called public. Let's say I'll define setter getter methods also, but first I want to complete public. Return type is double. Calculate final premium. Then what I'm writing here, return this premium plus add the risk factor. Calculate risk factor. I'm calling a method called calculate risk factor. Guys, here, I'm making this method as abstract, public, return type is double, calculate risk factor, semicolon. Guys, because my class contains abstract method, I should make my class as which class?
Abstract.
Abstract class. So far, are you good with my class? Please go through the class and tell me if you have any issue or you're not getting anything in this class. Then I will explain once again. As of now, do you find any? Did you get any confusion in this, or is it clear?
Yes,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there is a class called insurance policy. And in abstract class, we can define constructor. So I'm doing that. There is a method. This is not a abstract method. This is concrete method. But this is abstract method. Correct. There is one concrete method and one abstract method in this class. Now, folks, now I want to create a class like this. Class, health insurance policy. Extends insurance policy. Hey guys, okay, a simple example. Health insurance policy extends insurance policy. Here, I'm just taking something like private int age of the person. One property I'm taking called age. Okay, name and all I'm not taking, just age is enough for me. And I want to define setter and getter methods here. in the parent class. How to define setter getter methods? Obviously, first we should go to source, then we should generate getters and setters for the two properties, select all, generate. Just setters and getters, you know already, right? Now this is age. Now I'm taking constructor like this. Public health insurance policy, that is my class name. Of parameters, int policy ID, double premium, comma, int age. How many arguments I'm taking in constructor? How many parameters, input parameters are there in this constructor I'm defining? I'm defining a constructor with 3 input parameters. Out of 3, the 2 parameters I would like to pass to the parent class constructor. So how can I call? Super of policy ID, comma,
Premium.
premium. Now, remaining is initialize here. Guys, is everyone, did you understood about why I took 3 parameters here? Did you understood why I'm taking 3 parameters here? Am I clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Super of policy, comma, sorry, policy ID, comma, premium. Am I clear so far?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Folks. Every one of you. There is abstract method in parent class, then I must override that method. Which method I should override, guys? Calculate risk factor. Calculate risk factor. Yeah. Guys, I'm writing like this. Override this method. So calculate risk factor, I'm overriding this method. Okay. There is a return 0 is there, but I should start writing my logic and I will return the value lost. Return 0 is given as a default value to return. Because if I remove this return statement here, then first you'll get error here. Of course, you can start writing the logic so that once you complete the logic in this method, that error will be gone. If I remove this statement, you'll get kind of a error symbol and you may feel that why I'm getting it. You will think there itself, but you are not writing the logic. That's why whenever some return type is there, first return something, later you remove that return statement. Okay. First write the logic, then you remove the return statement. So logic is about risk factor. So I'm just writing like this now. I'll take something. Okay, risk factor calculation. I'll take something like this. Please understand. I'll take one more variable also. Better. Let's take, for example, private Boolean is a smoker. Boolean, one more parameter, is a smoker. Is a smoker is equal to is a smoker. Tell me how many data members are there in this health insurance policy, guys?
2.
2.
2 plus 2.
Yeah, very good. 2. Yeah. Here, please understand. If age greater than 60, greater than or equal to 60, if age greater than or equal to 60, then I will say like this: return get premium, means premium value I want to get, into that premium value into let's say 10% of the premium is a risk factor. 10%. 0.10. If age greater than or equal to 60. Please understand, guys. Okay. If one more if condition I'm writing. If age greater than or equal to, then always the first condition will execute. That's why, okay, I will do one thing. I will apply the concept of like this now. First, if is a smoker. Okay, means what if he is a smoker and also age greater than or equal to 60. Return premium into 20% of the premium is a risk factor. Did you got this nested if condition? Or do you have any doubt in this? You know, if inside if is called nested if. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Folks, if inside if is called nested if. Yes. If
Yes,
he is
sir.
a smoker, suppose he is a smoker value is true. If he is a smoker is true. Next, age also more than 60. The risk factor is 20% of the premium he has to pay extra. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, because see, final premium calculation is what? Final premium calculation is, calculate final premium is how? The initial premium plus add what? Risk factor. Then, now the risk factor is calculated based on whether he is a smoker or what is the age of this guy. If he is a smoker and also age greater than or equal to 60, then 20%. Simply I'm writing else. Okay, else means what? He is not a smoker. He is not a smoker. If he is not a smoker and age greater than or equal to 60. Again, I'm writing what? If age greater than or equal to 60, then return, get the premium amount, get premium returns premium value. For that premium, calculate 10%. 10%. Else, that's why the entire logic is based on if for these only. Else means what? His age is not greater than or equal to 60. Means he's less age only, like 30 or 40, something like that. Any below 60, for example. Okay, below 60. So then return, get premium into 5%. This factor is 0.05. You know, 0.05 means 5% only, no? Guys, now I'll remove this return. Okay, 0.05. That is all in if else, right? So I have to write something like this. I'll tell you. Everybody, did you understood about the logic what I'm trying to say? Did you understood about the logic that what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, understood, right? If he is a smoker and also age more than 60, 20% of the premium is risk factor. If he's not a smoker, goes to else part. And again, check this if condition. If age greater than or equal to 60, then 10% of the premium is the risk factor. If age is not less than or equal to 60, he is not a smoker and also age is less than 60 only, then just a 5% is the risk factor. Return 5%. And at the end of all these methods, I'm writing simply return 0, just because of to avoid this error. These are all in if else conditions. Now that's why I'm writing at the line 59, return 0 as a final. If actually control doesn't come to mostly this return. First if condition. If condition false means control goes to else. Definitely either this will be returned or this will be returned. This return will never return the value 0, but because of return type is double, that's I'm writing return 0. Return 0 just for to avoid the error. Now go to the main class. My main class name is test class here. And in my test class, I'm going to create object now. Who is my parent class here? First of all, tell me who is my parent class?
Insurance policy.
Insurance policy, right? Who is abstract method in insurance policy? Who is abstract method? This is concrete method. No? I'm writing comment here better. This is which method? Concrete method. Concrete method.
Calculate
This is abstract method.
Abstract method.
Just the comments will help you, know. That's why I'm writing. Am I clear? Am I clear with my code now? The remaining setter getters only.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So risk factor is calculated based on whether he is a smoker or not, and whether his age is more than 60 or not. More than or greater than or equal to 60 or not. If he is a smoker and age also more than 60, more than means greater than or equal to 60, then how much is risk factor of the premium? 20% of the premium. How to get the premium value? Getter method is there, na? Get premium.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Very good. If, for example, he's not a smoker, control goes to else block. Control will enter into else spot. Am I
Yes.
clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Obviously, in else spot, again, I'm checking if he's not a smoker, but check whether age is more than or equal to 60 or not. If yes, 10% is this factor. Smoker means 20, but he is just only age more than 60, but not a smoker. 10% only this factor. Premium into 10%. If age is less than 60, then 5% is enough as a risk factor. Now tell me, in main class, I have to create object now.
Yes.
What I'm going to create, guys? I'm going to create what object? Object of which class? Can I create object for insurance policy? No, because it is which this is which class?
Abstract. Sir.
Abstract class. Can we create object for health insurance policy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But while creating object, tell me how many parameters I need to pass to call this constructor. To the constructor, how many arguments I have to pass?
4.
4 arguments. Okay, let me pass. Look at this, guys. Everybody. So yes, I can write something like insurance policy is a base class. It's abstract class. We cannot directly create object. Insurance policy IP is equal to new health insurance policy. Tell me, object is created to
Child class.
object is created to child class, but object is stored in
Insurance policy.
parent class reference variable. What is the name? What is the variable name?
IP.
IP. Tell me how many parameters I have to pass here? 4.
4.
Insurance policy ID. Policy ID is 200981. That's the policy ID. Premium has to be paid is, let's say, for example, 35,000 is a premium to pay. That's a premium to pay for this year, 35,000. Third argument is age. Age of this guy, the person is 65 or 64. 64 is age means, okay. He's a smoker also, true. Guys, tell me now, age is 64 and also smoker. Then tell me how much percentage of the premium should be added as a risk factor?
20.
20%. Very good. Good. Now I want to just display system.out.println. Okay, what I'm writing is the final premium to pay. Just to call that method IP dot calculate final premium. There is a method called calculate final premium. Calculate final premium. Call this method. Tell me what this method is doing. Calculate final premium method. What it is doing?
Yeah.
It is calculating final premium by adding premium plus what also? Risk factor. Am I clear with you? So could you tell me what's the risk factor? What's the risk factor for this guy with age 64 and smoker is true?
20%.
20%. 20% of premium. What's the premium amount? 35. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
35. 20% of 35. 20% of 35,000 will be the risk factor. So 35,000 plus 25% of, 20% of 35,000. Let's see how the output we are going to get. What's the answer? The final premium to pay is how much? 42,000, because 7,000 is a 20% of 35. Am I clear with you?
Yes.
Everybody? Yes.
Yes.
Am I clear with you? Yes, folks. Everybody, are you clear with this example or having any doubt on this example?
Clear, sir.
Clear? Clear, right? So these kind of examples you have to practice, not M1, M2. Okay, M1, M2 for learning. To get the basics, M1, M2 is okay. Okay, M1, M2, okay, class A, class B. These are just to get the first initial step, like what is abstract class, what is abstract method, can I make this method as abstract or not, or can I make this class as abstract or not, can I create object or not. That is all basics you have to learn with class A, class B, M1 and M2. You see all my examples, I will take those class A, class B, M1, M2, these kind of things only for first injecting the initial subject. But then later we will take up some kind of scenario so that at least you will get some kind of, coding mode. This is coding mode. If you write every day M1, M2, what is there in that, right? That's why I felt this example is good and I thought of giving this example to you. Am I clear with you? Did you understand my example, or these examples are looking hard for you?
Understand.
What?
No, sir, understand.
The examples, whatever I'm giving in the class every day, are those examples are understandable for you? Could you able to understand those examples?
Yes, sir.
Understandable.
Okay. There is no difficulty in getting these examples, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So do you want me to give this kind of examples, or do you want me to give simple like a class A, class B, M1, M2 and call M1 method or M2 method? Such kind of examples you want, or this kind of examples? Which kind of examples is better for you to practice and example?
This type of.
I think these kinds.
This type of examples are okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. I'll try to provide all examples in this way. Okay. Good. Cool. So I want to copy this example for you guys. Please practice this example. I'll keep this into our document. Example on abstract class. Just I want to decrease the font size so that.
Sir, yesterday's notes also you said that you will write today.
No, that is there in this document only. I'm going to share it now. Yesterday's notes and today's notes, everything is there in this only. This document only containing both. Yesterday I've shared already. Notes I have shared yesterday, right?
Yes, sir, but you have not written all the points you said, no, sir.
No, that today I have written. No? Today I have written.
Okay, sir.
Today I have included all these points. These are some of the points I've given yesterday, and today I've given all these points. Child class, parent class, abstract, all these points I've written today.
Sir, that 13th July notes.
That is in some other system. So
Okay.
I will connect with that system probably by Monday, and then I will share it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So from today is the notes from here. Just I want to include the date, otherwise you may get confused. Date. Today's notes is from here. Is from 19th July. Guys, am I okay with this now? This is a session for today, guys. I want to share these notes and we'll continue on tomorrow. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.